Hey guys, we're going to get started in just a minute. Give it just a minute and see if we've got some more participants and we'll get started. So, 1 second here. All right. Right. I've got my notes here. So, make sure to cover everything that I want to cover tonight. So, right. Welcome. Welcome to our monthly leadership Zoom. It is always unique. I usually try and schedule these for the end of the month, and I do that for a purpose, and that's because this monthly leadership is geared towards, obviously, just for you leaders. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting into the habit every single month end of the things that you need to be doing as a leader, things that you need to make sure that you're watching, um, not only for your business, but especially for your team members. So we can be the best leaders that we can possibly be. Um, as you guys know too, we are just winding down still. I don't know about you guys, but still winding down from Scentsy Family Reunion virtual. Um, it was absolutely amazing. Those of you that registered, I'm hoping that you guys are making sure that you're taking advantage of watching those training videos, the expos and the breakouts. We do have those available for 30 days. I have been going through my list. I literally have just started at the top, worked my way down, taking notes as I go. Of course, my notes are digital because I use my digital planner, but I think taking notes on these trainings is a really great idea for a lot of reasons, simply because I believe in the power of, if you write it down, you're more likely to commit it to memory. So I'm just a firm believer with that. I think that is probably not one of the most common ways, but the best ways to actually learn new content. So I'm doing those, but however you're doing your notes, by all means, just make sure that you're watching and jot down those notes, because, and I'll remind you again, even if you see the same title of a training or a breakout or an expo, what have you, right? And maybe you see like 3 of them with the same title or the same subject, please watch all 3, because there are 3 different individual people doing those trainings. And as we've talked about time and time again, right? Everybody does their business just a little bit differently. So you may pick up some different things by watching each of the different presenters on the same topic. Make sense? So when we talk about that, I mean, there's a lot of things that I think that we can start to put into motion as we, again, are winding down July, and we are getting ramped up for August. This August is the first August, at least that I'm aware of, that we're actually doing a catalog change. So this is the first time. Normally it would be done in September. So it feels very early for me. I don't feel like I'm quite ready for it, but I'm doing all the things. So I mean, I guess I am, but it just doesn't feel the same, right? It just seems early to me. There's 2020 in a nutshell. And so being able to have the SFR knowledge, to be able to look to see where we're at, and to be able to get ready to, like I said, start that new catalog. This is a really pivotal moment for some of you in your business. And you guys have been working very, very hard. You've been committed to really reaching for making sure that you're getting paid at title every single month. And that is extremely important. I can't stress it enough. I wish that I had been taught that farther along or earlier on in my Scentsy business, because, or taught that, however you want to say it, right? Because that's like the goal that you want to work towards. Because for a long time I was told to work just towards a promotion. And while that is great, sometimes you get lost in the title, right? You get lost in just the title of that, right? Our why is not a title. I don't work my Scentsy business because when I was a little girl, I wanted to grow up and be a superstar director for Scentsy, right? I want to be able to contribute as much as I can to my family while working from home, having as flexible of a schedule as possible. Hello, we're probably going to be doing homeschooling for at least the next year. So it really opens up the opportunity for me as a mom to be able to have that and to still have my actual business, right? My full-time business. This is a big thing. And by being able to really connect and concentrate on that why that's so important that you work your business, hello, being paid at title is how you get to the habits that you are forming to get to the point to where you will promote and get yourself that paycheck every month that you're searching for, right? Being able to do all of this really leaves us in a unique position because of the fact that we do get to set our own schedule, figure out how we're going to do it. So as I talk tonight about month end, I'm going to share with you more what I personally do when it comes to month end and what I suggest for you to put into some sort of a system. There's lots of trainings on the family reunion trainings right now. And also, just a quick note for those of you who didn't register for SFR Virtual, they will be available. I believe it's going to be towards the end of August, and those will be put into the training section on your work center or on your workstation. So if you miss out on the opportunity to sign up for that, then all of those trainings will be available just later on in August, and I'll make sure to give you a heads up, and we'll go with that. So being able to get everything done for the month is really what we're working towards. The way that I look at it is kind of like ending a chapter. So every single chapter, I want to be farther along in the story. Farther along in the story for me means that I've grown my team, I've grown my PRV, I've grown my customer base, I've grown myself, right? By being into being able to do those things. Oh, 1 second. I think we're having some meeting issues. 1 second here. I don't know why it's 1 second. I'm going to go over here and post this real quick because it looks like some people are having trouble getting in. See, this is the fun of having a Zoom. Oh, there it is. I went right by it. I zoomed right by it. Okay. Really hard to type around this iPad. When you can't get your fingers to work the way they're supposed to on the keyboard. There it is. It's posted. Okay, so that should help. I hope. Ugh. Okay. Keep my eyes open. Um, okay, so month end, obviously, like I said, we're working, closing up, we're working on starting. These are the things that I encourage you guys to focus on. I encourage you to focus on, and we kind of have to chunk this out. So we want to be able to do this in a system. So that way, on every single month, we can actually make sure that we are setting up this system so that it completely makes sure that we are getting everything done and doing the same thing every single month. And again, having that system in place every single month is going to allow us to build habits that are going to help us continue to move forward. So it's going to be fantastic to start creating those systems to put in place for yourself. So this is kind of how I break mine up. Like I said, I chunk it out. Okay. I chunk it out. So the first chunk of month end is usually end of the month. I know it sounds crazy. End of the month. So as leaders, the things that we need to focus on when we are talking about end of month, it not only includes ourselves and our businesses, but it includes our teams and their businesses. So the first thing that I always do during that last end of month system is I run a leadership report off of my workstation now. Goodness knows, I don't just run one. Okay, my team is large enough now. There's over 200 of us, so it's large enough now to where I need to keep an eye on it closer. As you guys are starting with your smaller team, and as you begin to grow, that's when you can really focus more often. But when you have that smaller team, it is so great because it is, and I'm not going to lie, it is a lot easier to manage when you're just looking at a handful of people. And so I have a lot of different sorts and things like that, but I run multiple reports all month long. But at the end of the month, especially, I have certain reports and there's ways that I run them because I'm looking for certain criteria. Because as a leader, again, I want to look at the end of the month, not only from my perspective, but from my team's perspective. So that's one thing. And I am going to screen share very quickly. Although I do have a training out there on how we do reports. So if you're newer to the leader page or you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can do in the search bar of the page, type in, I would say leader. You're probably going to get a lot of things if you type that in. Maybe report or reports. That might help. I'll make sure it's tagged though. And we'll get that bumped up so you can go back and look at that. But I did a whole training of how to run a report on the workstation. But that is one of the things that I want you guys to focus on. Like I said, even if you just have one team member, if you get into the habit of doing that every single month at certain times, like I said, when you just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 team members, it's a little bit easier to manage if somebody gets a party put in, right? Or somebody just sponsored somebody. It's a little bit easier. For me, it's a lot harder with over 200 because I gotta look through a really long list to be able to get to everybody and make sure that I'm seeing everybody. You guys are going to get to that point too. So that's why I want to try and set you up for success. So as you grow as a leader and as your team begins to grow, you're already going to have these habits in place. Like I said, I wish somebody had told me about systems like this when I was deciding, right, this was a business, I'm a leader, I want to do this, right? I wish I had had this because I wish I had started much longer. I had to create my own. So that's the first thing, running a leadership report. And again, depending on how often you're running those, it's completely up to you, right? You can, like me, you can run them every single day, run different ones every single day. But especially usually for me, it's probably, I'd like to say the whole last week of the month, but that's probably not true. Really, honestly, it probably comes down to, I look at it once and I do like a certain view one time a week before the end of the month. And then usually like about the fourth, the end of the month, right? The fourth to last day. I'm saying that all wrong. I know, I'm sorry, I'm so confusing. I then begin to start running these monthly. Okay, TWV or GWV? TWV? Yeah. Okay. So real quick, we'll touch on this, but this will go back to the avocado trading too. So remember your avocados, right? Okay. So TWV is team wholesale volume. GWV stands for group wholesale volume. Now, because you will, until you have a director under you, your TWV and GWV are going to be the exact same number because you are in charge of your team. That's everybody that you've sponsored, that they've sponsored, that those avocados have sponsored, and those avocados all the way down the line, right, till we get to guacamole. So all of those avocados in some way lead up to you at the top of the tree, okay? And then your group, yep, you're on the right track, Kimber. On the group, I love my avocados. On the group, that is you, plus if you have a director, one of your team members who has promoted to director, right? They now have their own team, right? So another short way to think of it is like team names, if that helps you at all. For example, Tracy's team name, Tracy Tomorrow, our superstar director, right? Her team name is Scented Bliss. So think of the Scented Bliss channel or the Scented Bliss page, right? The Scented Bliss page, because that is the Scented Bliss team. That's everybody who reports to Tracy. In this case, on your team, whoever reports to when you become a director, that reports to you. That's your team. Your group is you and your team plus any other directors that have also promoted. Okay. So for example, in ours, now I have my own team, right? So I'm hashtag Scent365 tribe. That's my team. Emma promoted to director 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. I think it was 2 months ago. She was riding it really close for a while too. She promoted to director. When she promoted to director, she then created her own team. Does that make sense? So her avocados are under Emma, but Emma and all of her avocados make up my group. So that's why for myself as a director and above, that's when group wholesale volume becomes different from team wholesale volume. Now, you still have some things to look at along the way. For example, when you hit lead consultant, right, you have to have certain things to be paid at title. You have to have your minimum of 500 PRV personal. You have to have your team wholesale volume or your group wholesale volume has to be 1,000. You have to have at least one active team member. So no matter if you have one team member or 30, one of them has to at least be active. And that's how you get paid a title. Yeah, 1,000. Okay. When you hit, make sure I'm not confusing anybody here. Hold on. Because I think it's when you get to, is it star or superstar? I'm going to double check though. Remember, every single catalog has your comp plan. So you've got that. And Kimber, I know you're starting to go digital. I actually, in my Good Notes app, I've actually saved the PDF from my workstation. Like I go to the workstation, I download the PDF of the current catalog. So right now, I've already deleted this one out, this spring and summer. But right now in my Good Notes app, I have the whole digital form of the fall and winter catalog. So if I need to quickly look at something and I've got my iPad, I can just jump over. I have everything in folders, right? So I can just jump over to that folder in Good Notes and I can see my whole catalog, and I could just scroll to the comp page, for example, if I need to look at that real quick. So let's see, is it Star Consultant? Where is it that GW starts actually coming in? Oh, that's actually not until director. So you're good. Team, I mean. So for example, Star Consultant, Star Director. Am I projecting much? Okay, Star Consultant. To promote to Star Consultant, you have to have your 500 PRV, your group, remember, everybody that you've sponsored and everybody that they have sponsored. It has to be at least 2,500. You have to have 2 of your front line. So 2 people that you have personally sponsored have to be active. So again, whether or not you just have 2 or you have 40, just 2 of them have to be active. And if you meet those 3 criteria, boom, paid a title, right? Superstar, a little bit different, but it's still always 500. That's why 500 is a big thing. When you start seeing your team members hitting that 200 consistently, you really, really, really want to push them and get them into the habit of working toward that 500 consistently. And for me, because y'all know, I will tell everybody, I'm not a salesperson. I will, if I ever win the annual sales award, probably will be a miracle. I don't know. I'd love to do that someday. And I hope that I will do that someday, but I'm that person, right? I hope to be, I aspire to be. It's stuff I got to work on. So you just have to continue to make sure that as a title that is lead or above, that you are at least getting in your 500 every single month, because that is your personal minimum to be able to be paid a title. Even Tracy as superstar director, the minimum that she needs to make every single month is 500. Does Tracy do more than 500 in PRV every month? Yes, she does. Okay. Does she hit over 2,000 every month? Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't asked her that in a while. But I know that she strives to get the very best PRV that she can, like we all are doing, right? But 500 is truly the minimum. So that's really where you want to focus those team members, if they aren't already. Some, as you guys know and see, right, you get some people who jump into the business and they're ready to go and they're hitting 500 and more consistently right off the bat. You may have other team members though that start and it's either A, a hobby, or B, they just aren't getting the idea of it, or they just need a little bit more help, or they're figuring it out, right, learning the ropes. Those are the ones that you really want to work with to get to at least 200 consistently. And then once they start consistently hitting that, that's when you really want to focus them in on the 500. Because again, as they are going to move up the ladder, we want them to feel comfortable hitting that 500 every single month. Just feeling absolutely comfortable with it. And it took, and like I said, I will tell you, because I'm not the greatest salesperson, didn't intend to be, never claimed to be. But I will tell you, it took me a long time to get to the point of getting that 500 was like no sweat off my brow. I was the one who, I mean, I had to hustle it out there, getting those sales, getting that customer base in to be able to make sure that I was getting that 500. Now I can say that my Scentsy Club has helped a lot with that. And that's really where I'm focusing a lot of my efforts on my social media with my businesses or businesses. Like I could do more than one of this. With my social media and my marketing is really, really stressing Scentsy Club, because we as leaders, right, we have a lot that we're thinking of. Like we're talking about the end of the month, right? We want to run those leadership reports, want to see where everybody is. Are they close to a promotion? I don't know. We got to look. Are they close to a promotion? Maybe they're getting close to promoting to certified, right? That's the first one we look for. And then after that, oh, look, they sponsored a team member this month. All right, I really need to work with them and get them to lead, right? I need to work with them. We got to work on this. And being able to identify those things, but the bigger and the wider that you build your team, that's what we want, right? Because that's going to give us that stable foundation to build our business off of. The wider we build it, the harder it is to dig in every single month and touch all the different aspects. Now, it is doable and it takes the hustle, right? But if I can tell my customers and get my customers thinking about Scentsy Club and using Scentsy Club, then that's PRV that's going to go in either every month, every other month, or every third month automatically, that I don't have to think about. That makes sense, right? I don't have to work for that because I already know their Scentsy Club subscription is going to come out and that's going to hit my PRV, right? Boom, there's my 500 PRV, because I've got enough people who are subscribing to Scentsy Club that I'm now hitting 500 and not even working a sweat. Everything over 500 is what I'm now pushing for. And I personally, again, I'm not the salesperson, but I will tell you that my focus is starting to shift. Every single month, I am trying to hit 2,000 every single month, because that's where I want to be. And so that's my mindset right now, is getting to that point. So that's one of my personal things that I'm working on. So as leaders, we continue to evolve, we continue to grow, we continue to learn, and we learn what the good habits are. And then again, as leaders, the best thing is to then, we got to share that with our avocados, right? We got to have our avocados in the same mindset and doing the same systems and thinking of the same things every single month that we are as leaders, because that's going to make them really great leaders. And that's what you want at the end of the day. Do I want a group of 500 certified consultants? Awesome. Would I rather have a group of 500 superstar directors under me? Yes, because those are people that we can grow. All of these people that we are sponsoring and that our team members are sponsoring, this is giving us the opportunity to grow as leaders and to help them realize that being a leader really means just leading from the front and working your business every single day. Consistency, right? Again, I'm going to get a tattoo. So when you run that leadership report out of your workstation, you're going to identify your front line. You're going to look for those promotions. You're going to look for those people who should be or close to or need to be paid at title, right? And so that's lead and above, because that's where the bonus is. Again, refer to your comp plan, but you'll see once you hit lead consultant, that's when bonuses kick in down there, right? Go back to the avocado video if you need to. That'll help break it down more if you're more visual like me. And then again, also, as we do that, it's also looking at those people who we've just sponsored or that our team members have just sponsored. I'm a firm believer, and I don't know. I watch a lot of Chloe Cox. I think she is absolutely fire in my soul right now, and I love it. Chelsea Otto is another one. I absolutely not only adore her as a human being, but I think that what she is doing and building is really, really great. But, and that's just some of them. I'm not going to sit here and, yeah, 3 Legs of Success is legit. That's truly legit. I got pictures of it, right? Like, I've drawn it. So true, because that's how we become great leaders. But I've started kind of taking on more of their aspect of, not only am I serving my customers, but I'm also serving my team. And if I am not helping my team members, and again, it's more of the knowledge is for everybody, right? All knowledge matters in my world. And so some people, I don't know them I don't pay attention to a lot of other people's businesses outside of mine and my group, right? But I know that there are a lot of leaders out there who only focus on just their frontline. So just the people that they have personally sponsored. And then they tell those people, hey, you need to make sure that you're working with A, B, and C down there because you need to make sure they're doing their job, right? Because I'm not their sponsor. You're their sponsor. And if that works for you, that works for you. I am of the sound belief that I would rather give my knowledge to everybody in the entire group, whether they're my frontline, whether they're my 8th generation down, right? They're my frontlines person, right? I want everybody to get the same info because I want everybody to see and feel and know that the opportunity to have this business to make a full-time income by doing this and make a huge difference in your life and your family's life is a real thing. And I don't want to leave anybody behind in the process. Now, I do carve out these for everybody who is a leader, right? So, but I really don't do a lot of, and you guys know, right? I'm not a micromanager. I don't focus on you guys. I try and give all the training I can and then allow you guys to supplement your teams with whatever you'd like to do with them. And as you continue to grow as a leader, you're going to continue to learn more of your own habits and things that you can pass along. And so it's just, again, adding to that big pool of knowledge in the middle. If we can make that pool of knowledge as deep and as wide as we all possibly can, then everybody's going to be swimming. If we don't all pour into the pool of knowledge in the middle, there's only going to be a handful of people that are going to swim. And we don't want that. At least I don't. I want everybody swimming and having a great time. And that in turn includes helping them make the most money they can. So that's why I really focus on that at the end of the month. So let me pop over. I'll share my screen real quick. Let me do this. Actually, I guess it would probably be more helpful if I actually pulled it up first. Details. I know. Details. Okay. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Okay. This should do it. Y'all are seeing my dashboard, right? Dashboard. Okay, cool. All right. Yay, I picked the right one. And very quickly, let me touch on this too, because I know that I just got a question just the other day from one of our consultants who's doing really well, right? She's doing amazing. I'm not going to call anybody out. She's doing really amazing, but she had asked, she had said, you know, I have a team member, but I don't see them. Okay, here's the thing. This first page, when you log on, right, this is your dashboard. And I mean, it tells you up here, and I guess there too, right? This is your dashboard. I always get rid of this thing. That thing drives me nuts. I wish that would go away. So this is your dashboard, right? This is where you can get that quick look. And this is also what I pull up every single morning, first thing in the morning, like as I'm waking up. The very first thing that I do every single morning, even before I roll out of bed, I don't do much else before I roll out of bed, but right before I roll out of bed, I actually pull up my dashboard and look at it. And that's kind of my trigger, because you guys read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear? If you're into habit making, then watch out, Heidi and Orville, I need a book. Oh. Yeah, those guys are there in every one of my videos. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Pam, if you're interested in reading this, I can drop it off to you. Just a side note, I've done some highlighting in it. Amazing book. He was one of our guest speakers at um, family reunion last year in Austin, Texas. And it is a book all about building habits. And now, obviously, it's not like about like being an entrepreneur or anything like that, or direct selling, network marketing, however you want to call it, right? It's just truly a habit book. So it can go for all different things. But he literally teaches you that if you start small and start doing little things, like I make my bed first thing in the morning and then I brush my teeth, right? And then after I brush my teeth, I get a cup of coffee or whatever your routine is, right? That's a routine that you do because you don't even realize you're doing it because it's become a routine. And it's those subtle little routines that add up over time that allow us to be able to do different things. So some things that he talks about in this book, it's called habit stacking. And so again, one of the ways that I stack my habits, so it's taking your habits and, you know, something that I remember to do every day is, you know, like wake up, touch my phone. Did I miss any text messages or any phone calls, right? Somebody in the hospital, I don't know, right? And then as soon as I touch my phone, I will actually pull up my workstation. And in my digital planner is, just change screens, I'm so sorry. In my digital planner, right up top, I do this on every single day on my planner, where I actually look at all the data that is on this dashboard. So I write down what my PRV is every single day. What is my TWV? What is my GWV? Mine is different. Remember, I have a director. So Emma's that director. So that GWV includes Emma and her group or her team. My TWV is just everybody who I am their director, right? So that's why those two numbers are different. Remember, yours won't be different until you get there, but you're going to get there and it will be different when you do. I write down my active frontline. I can see that right here on my screen, right? This is why the dashboard, it's telling you what to look for in your business, okay? How many of you sponsored? Now, unfortunately, it doesn't tell you that here. You'd have to actually either just know or look at your report, right? And then I write down, again, it's not here, it's right when we get to the reporting tab, but how many are in my group, how many are in my team, and how many first gen directors I have. Why is all of that important? And again, if you want to teach your teams this is a really great way to ingrain in them how to work towards that paid title every single month. Why? Because the workstation's telling us right here. It tells us this is how you get paid a title. We want everything to be blue right here, right? So when this circle is filled, there's my 500. Remember, the one thing I personally have to do every single month, comp plan, I have to at least have 500. That's why that's 500 and it's green. As a director, because that's my title, right? It tells you what your title is too. So your title, for me as a director, I have to have a minimum of 2,000 TWV. So as soon as that gets to 2,000, it turns green. I'm good to go, right? My next one is my GWV. Again, that's why mine's different. It has to be 10,000. So once that hit 10,000, it turned green. I also, as a director, look at your comp plan, you have to have 3 active frontline, right? So I have in my team, technically 188 in my team. I at least have to have 3 of the 188 active. So as soon as all those little guys that are gray turn blue, good to go, or green, however you want to look at it, right? And it tells you once you're active, unfortunately, I wish it would just say, you're paid a title. That would be awesome if it did that. I'm going to make a suggestion to Scentsy. But this dashboard is truly what you can literally look at every single day and know where you're at. How close am I to my goal of being paid a title? And then you can teach your team members. And some people, you may want to work with them a little better, or they really want to grow their business. They're really interested in it. Then what I have done for consultants over time, where I had people who were like really invested and they were like, okay, I need help at the beginning, right? And so when they really started working, one of the things that worked for them, this was somewhat of a newer consultant actually. One of the things that worked for her, I'd talked to her about, have you looked at your dashboard? And she was like, can I just take a screenshot and send it to you? Yes, certainly. So she sent me her screenshot. And I sat there and took my little markup tool on my phone and just like circled, okay, this, drew an arrow here, right? You need to be looking at your active frontline. That's what you need. That's what you need. That's what you need. That's what you need. That's your goal, right? How do you earn a promotion? Scentsy's telling us on the dashboard. So click earn promotion. Did you know that you could click there? You can click there. You can click there. So again, we're looking for all green lights here, right? I still need my 500. Now, if I want to be star director, I have to be at least 6,000. Once I hit that, it turned green. I at least have to have 30,000 GWV. Once I hit that, it turned green. I have to still at least have 3 active frontline. I got 3 green guys. And then I need 2 green first gen directors. Look, if I can spit it out. I'm waiting on my next one. And I know it's one of y'all. It's coming, right? That's how I know how I can promote. And that's also what I can gauge, and what I have been gauging over the last probably 6 to 9 months is, how do I make sure that I'm consistently hitting these numbers? Because I want to be paid a title. That's my goal, right? I'm not trying to leave money on the table. I want my money, right? The whole commercial. It's my money and I want it now. I want it now. And anyway, so I'll click over to the reporting tab very quickly. If you guys use these, then that is awesome. I personally just don't, because I'm old school, and because when I started, this was how the reporting tab looked, is under how it looks under view my performance. But you can view your team. It's just a snapshot. Your sales reports is just your customers. Okay. So if you want to just look at those very quickly, you can. When you click into reporting, again, there's where you can get like the number that's in your group, how many, again, yours are going to be the same for a while. All of that data is right there. And then you can start leadership reports. I'm not going to do that now because it'll have everybody's information on it. But we do have a training on that, so we can go back to that later. Or I'll bump up that training rather. And we can do that. Who's the author? James Clear. C-L-E-A-R. James. He's a very great speaker, by the way, too. I don't remember if Scentsy recorded that, but he basically just talks about what's in the book. The book is amazing, amazing. When I found out he was going to be a speaker, I actually ordered the book off of Amazon, and I read it before Scentsy Family Reunion, so I had already done all the highlighting. But just hearing it repeated was an amazing thing. Like I said, Pam, if you would like to borrow that, I'm more than happy to let you borrow that. So those are the things that not only we're looking at for ourselves, but like I said, as leaders, that's what you want to look for at month end, is the same thing for your frontline and your other team members. If you've got frontline who have other team, right, have already started recruiting. Look for your avocados. We want all the avocados to be in the swimming pool. And so we want to make sure that they're all getting the same training, because it happens, right? There are, and I've got a couple of leaders, well, they have a leadership title in the group, right? But they like never participate. They don't answer their team members when they text them or call them or anything, right? Now, I'm their director, you know me, I'm like, you can contact me. You can pretend I'm your sponsor if you want to, I don't care. But that's just because that's how I am, right? That's another great reason of why I don't just focus on my front line. And so I don't want you guys to get in the habit of just focusing on just the people that you sponsor and relying and pinky promising with that person that you sponsored. And you're like, okay, you're going to help them out whenever they have questions, right? Right. Okay. You're going to make sure at the beginning and the end of every month that they're ready to go, right? Right. Pinky promise. Not everybody holds up their pinky promise. So you just want to make sure, and that's, again, just something that's going to help you build that strong foundation. So if their sponsor ends up dropping off somewhere along the line, you have a relationship already with that team member, or multiples, right? If there's more. And it's going to happen. Not everybody stays with Scentsy. We know this, and that's fine. We also know they can come back for free if they want to, if they leave. A lot do. Kimber came back. She wanted to come back and she had her sights set on goals and what she wanted to do, and bam, did it. So you can do it. There are amazing success stories out there. So you never want to try and look at it like, well, I don't think that they're going to actually do it. You know, this is their fifth time ever joining Scentsy. So they're not doing nothing right now. Everybody gets the same training across the board, no matter where they lie in the avocado tree. Another thing, when you're looking at end of the month, so you're running your report, hopefully your first goal, right? Paid a title. First leg of success is your own PRV, right? Second leg of success is sponsoring. So that's when you're going to look at that report. How's my team doing? Who can I cheer on, right? Did you guys notice that I put Lisa officially on director watch? She is getting paid a title for Superstar Consultant. She's doing fantastic. Her team members are doing fantastic. That's amazing, right? She has just been right out of the gate. I wish I was anything even close to what she's doing. It would be amazing, right? She's doing great things, and we'll all get there. And the thing is, we just have to focus on where we need to focus. End of the month is a really good time to be able to do that. So when we're looking PRV, we're looking at sponsoring, and then we're looking at, I guess that would be the recruiting leg. Sorry, I missed the middle leg. I don't know, maybe it's the third leg, sponsoring. So even as a leader, even as a director, right? Don't think that I'm just sitting back eating bonbons all day or fudge brownie M&Ms, because those are amazing. Don't buy them because you'll want to eat the entire pack. They're deadly, very deadly. So I'm still actively looking for people to join my team every single month, same as I want you guys to be doing. So you still need to make sure that you're having those conversations. I am going to tape this, so I will hold this up real quick. I know that I got a question about this, and she's not on the call, but it's kind of open. But anyway, same contents. As I sponsor, right? So as I sponsor throughout the month, I make up little join packets. I know Pam saw these when we did some fun stuff for SFR, but all I include is a join brochure, right? Put my sticker with my QR. You know, I love my QR codes. Just use the Google machine. Okay. Oh, and then I've got a Scentsy pet flyer in there. Normally I would have a scent of the month flyer. I haven't put one of those in there. I've got a sample of some laundry liquid. I like to put something, a little bit of encouragement, right? Work hard, play hard, just a little card. And if I know that person, or when I'm ready to give it to somebody, if like I'm mailing it, I usually will write on the back of this. I have these little cards. And if you ask, I got them at bloomplanners.com. BLOOMPLANNERS. I think they're called recognition cards. Yeah, encouragement cards. They come in just this little box, the size of like a business card. Excellent question, Kemba. But it's just a positive affirmation card. That's all that's in there, because you know I want them to be positive, right? My business card, a little bit of confetti. This one has a wax sample, but of course, if I'm going to mail this, then I'm going to change this out for a felt sample. I've got my felt samples ready to go, right? And I can throw a felt sample in there and get it in the mail, and get that out. It's simple little join packets. So the people that I'm having those conversations with are normally people who either they're seeing my post on social media, sometimes on YouTube. They will either email me or message me. Same thing on Instagram, right? They'll slide into my DMs or whatever, right? I've had people comment on my stories before. Hey, by the way, and let me just say too, I've had people comment about joining Scentsy when I've done just like a story of, I don't know, something silly like Hero running around the backyard or something, right? And for whatever reason, I put in like the little question box in the stories, like ask me a question or, you know, whatever I decide to put. I've actually had people, and it's non-Scentsy, but obviously they follow me. They know I'm Scentsy, right? I kind of bleed it everywhere. But they'll use that opportunity. They see that box pop up every so often, and I'll have people be like, hey, I've been thinking about joining and I meant to message you. Can you send me something, or can we talk, or whatever, right? Boom, conversation, right? First thing I do is I say, of course, let's talk, right? And when's a good time for you? Normally I'll do it on a chat, especially when it's Instagram, because hello, stranger danger, okay? But I will do it usually via chat that way. Once I find out, because I also want you guys to be careful too, that there can be people who just truly want you for your samples. I know they do. They just want you for your samples. And I get a lot of them, so I usually try and weed them out. And the way that I weed those people out, because I was just, anybody who asked for one, I was just mailing. Like every time I turned around, I was writing down an address or screenshotting an address from my Instagram. Oh crap, I gotta remember to give them a sample. And then I'd go into Amy and I'd record my sample like a good consultant, right? And then I'd follow up with that person. What would happen? Radio silence. I'd never hear from them again. So I was like, all right, before I send you anything, I'm going to have some conversations with you first. So what I do is I actually will chat back and forth with them. Okay, are you familiar with Scentsy? Is usually the first question I ask. Because some people aren't, right? I know Pam wasn't when she joined. She had never even been to a Scentsy party. She didn't have any, she was like, huh, what? It was kind of the same thing with me. I had an idea of like it was a candle. I thought it was actually like a candle thing, but I didn't really know even that it used a light bulb, first of all, but that you could change out the scents and a whole 9 yards, right? I was like, cool. Fell in love, right? So with that kind of a person, I have that conversation. I find out maybe they don't know anything about Scentsy, but they are a mom or a dad or whatever. They take care of their parents. They're a student. They're going to college. They need extra money, blah, blah, blah. They've seen my post, right? No problem. I can work with you. You can join my team. Here's how you can join my team, right? And that's when I normally, after I kind of have worked into that conversation, that's usually when I'll say, would you like me to send you an opportunity packet? I usually call it an opportunity packet. An opportunity packet in the mail. And that's just my little join bag, right? And so you can use whatever you want, make it pretty, put the confetti in it, have some fun, do what you do, right? People go on Vistaprint, make postcards. You can print it from your printer too, your about story, your why story, get people connected, right? You want that connection. And I usually, right now, I'm throwing in pixie sticks in a lot of my mail because, hello, it's hot. And who doesn't need a little bit of sugar sometimes? So it's just a fun little thing that I'm just throwing in everywhere, because I can go to the store and I can get them at Hy-Vee in the bag for like $2, and there's like 50 or 100 pixie sticks in there. Boom, and it's light enough to fit in any envelope. And it's fun. So those are the people that I actually mail those out to. Sometimes, usually during the winter when I have those, but during the summer, of course, like I said, I usually will use a felt sample, and sometimes it's just a felt sample stapled to a join brochure, because I can fit like 10 of those in my purse. And then if I am out and about and maybe I am wearing a Scentsy shirt, or I don't know how, but somehow I struck up a conversation with Scentsy, because y'all, I still don't talk to people in the wild. I just don't. So unless they've approached me, then I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, here you go. But sometimes I do it real slick, and that's because I'm awkward. And so I will, even with the cashier, right? They've seen me 100 times. I go to the same stores. I go to Target weekly. Now it's different cashiers. But if I strike up a conversation with somebody and we're chatting or whatever, right? You know what I do is I pull out, as I'm pulling out my Target red card, right? Pull out my billfold, get my Target red card, and then I just happen to have a join brochure with a sample stapled to it, and I just literally, I'll leave it on the counter after, and again, this is me. I'm socially awkward, right? I'll leave it on the counter underneath my wallet. So I've got my wallet there, right? And I'm doing my PIN code, take my card back out, and I go, oh, by the way, that's yours. I had an extra one. Thanks, have a great day. And I literally like scoot out the door, because I'm awkward. That's how I do it. You guys are probably way better at this than I am because you guys will probably have the conversation. And I know I can do it. I just don't normally do it. It's probably been a handful of actual times that I've actually had that conversation about Scentsy and then given them something. Other times it's a give and go. I even, when I pick up my medicine from the pharmacy, I will slip one into the little cone bank thing, right? And shoot it back to them. There you go. Here you go. Have fun. And I have gotten orders off of it. You know, I have had people order off of those. So that's awesome, right? And maybe eventually, you know, they get on my orders. What happens, right? They get into my jam, and then hopefully they get my happy mail, and then boom, 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 boom. Then they're like, now I want to join. So those join conversations. So every single month you're focusing on those things. So at the end of every single month is a perfect time to, it's gonna make me emotional because I'm riding my anxiety train this week. But I've been watching a lot of Hamilton. Even Justin yesterday, he came out, or the other day or something, he came out. I was sitting on the couch with my iPad. I think I was actually, okay, here's honest to God truth of probably, I think this is exactly what was happening because this is my life. So I was sitting on the couch with my heating pad because chronic pain, heating pad, fan going, TV on. I was casting from Disney Plus, Hamilton on the TV, singing, because yeah, I've gotten that far that I now know all the songs, singing with my phone on the side of the couch, watching one of the SFR training videos with my iPad, taking my notes, singing. It's my life. Now, even he was like, "You're watching this again?" Yeah, probably watch it tomorrow too. So look around, look around, look around, and you have to look around at the end of the month. What went really well in your month? If you are starting to keep track, whether it's digitally or on paper or on your phone or on a bunch of Post-it notes or the back of your electric bill, I don't care how you're writing it down, but start looking at that dashboard every single day and just write the numbers down. Pretty soon it's going to become a habit, and you may decide you want to look at different things. Those are just the things that I personally look at every single day. If you find something else, yeah, multitasking. Yeah, that's, yeah, totally. Hey, I probably was, because I think I actually had laundry in too all at the same time. Look at me, momming and bossing at the same time. So, start writing those things down, because then what you can do, as we are at month end, so what I'm currently doing at month end, right? For the past few days, I've been looking back. Okay, where were we June 30th or 29th? Does June have 30 or 31 days? I don't even remember anymore. What day is it? It's Thursday, I think. But looking back, like, and trying to see, am I on track? Is the team on track for us? Now, I knew I'd already been paid a title, right? So that was already out of the way, but I don't stop at paid a title, right? We keep going. We don't just stop there. We keep going. And you're going to begin to learn, especially if you start putting into practice those atomic habits, you're going to begin to learn that the more habits that you put in place, that the more successful you're going to be at making sure you get everything done. And honestly, it's made me so much more aware by writing those numbers down every single day. Now, are there some days where I may forget, like I wake up late or whatever, I got some crazy doctor's appointment or something I got to go do? Yeah, it may happen later on in the day. But for all in all, that's usually the first thing I do every day, and then I can refer back to it. But at the end of the month, that way you can look back and see, not only are you trending to either be paid a title, or if you already are, Heidi said it too, and it just made my heart, or was it Orville? One of them, I don't know. Someone way more important than me said that the only thing you need to do was be better than you were yesterday, right? And I've said that a million trillion times. I tell Madison that every single night at bedtime, every single night. What was the best part of your day? What are you grateful for? How are you going to be just a little bit better tomorrow? Right? All you have to do is just be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today. And if you do those in small little increments, before you know it, you're going to be better and better and better. And you're going to be pushing yourself to do better and better and better. Horrible. See, Pam, on it. Might have been to it. Might have been. I don't know. But now that I've seen all of his pictures, I really want one of his pictures. He was a great speaker. If you didn't watch that, then go back and watch the DeWitt breakout or presenter video. Amazing. Amazing. So being able to look at that, and also, so one of those things in that category for me that I look at, because you guys know this, right? Annual mentor is a big one for me that I push for every single year. This year was the first year I finally hit it. I was like 1 or 2 off last year, and then I was like 3 or 4 off the year before that. Like I've been trending better. Now, I want to keep that trend going, right? I want that continuously because that's important to me. And I know it's important to my business, because the more people that I can help inspire and grow to be good leaders and better leaders and the best leaders they can be, not better than me, not best than me, not best than Kimber, not best than Pam, right? Just better than themselves. You're only in competition with yourself. So all you have to do is beat who you were yesterday. So maybe you had a really crappy day yesterday. I did. So was I a little bit better today? Yeah, I got my butt in gear and I made sure that all my customer mail outs went out today. Drove Justin nuts because he's like, how many stickers are you putting on those envelopes? Enough to get attention. That's the answer. But so I was like, no, I got to be a little bit better than I was yesterday, because yesterday I was just not on my game. I didn't get done everything that I wanted to get done. So no, I got to put it to it today, right? So we can look back at our numbers from last month and go, where are we? Did I get paid a title? Did my team member get paid a title? Did they get close to a promotion? Did I sponsor anyone last month? You want to continue sponsoring. Like Kimber's reminding us, right? The legs of success. Those are the 3 things that if you build those things strong every single month, and every single month end, because that's what we're specifically talking about today, right? Month end is you're looking at your people, you're seeing where they're at, right? You've done all of that current state, and then you're going to look back at last month and see, have you grown? Maybe you've slipped a little. And you can normally, if you start writing down those numbers every single day, because then you'll have all the data you need, or you can run reports too, if you want to do it that way. You can run them by the day. You can literally look at the data and see, oh, look, I sponsored 4 people that month, and I had 52 of them, or 52 people actually were active that month. Oh my gosh, what was I doing that month, right? So me, because I'm anal, I can look at my planner and go, oh, okay, I did a lot of trainings, or we did this, or there was a huge sale, or whatever it was, right? You can teach yourself on what you need to do better just by looking around. Look around, look around. You can see where you need to grow and what you need to focus on for next month. So for August, so today and tomorrow, I want you guys to really take a minute to run a leadership report and see. If you haven't done it yet, then do it. This will be your baseline, right? You'll be able to see, where is everybody right now? Everybody on my team and myself, where's everybody at right now? Write it down. Make some notes if you want to. Write out, get a piece of notebook paper or your iPad, whatever you're using, right? And then maybe just do a brain dump. Oh, I don't even know how many brain dumps I do throughout the month. Because, hello, mom, wife, boss, business, trying to do this, trying to do that. Oh crap, did I remember to pay that bill? Now I got school that I'm trying to figure out what dates I need to have everything done by, right? mom brain happens and it all happens. And so if I'm not dumping out the things that I'm thinking, then I will lose them because that's the hot mess express that I ride. So if I can take a minute to write down, okay, customer mail outs. Oh, I want to update my newsletter. Oh yeah, I want to make sure that I do a team newsletter this month. Okay, got that down. Okay. I need to make those samples. Yep, samples, right? And every month I do at least one brain dump and I just put it all on paper. And it will look crazy and scattered. And for me, that triggers my bell because I'm type A and OCD. And so I'll be like, oh, that's driving me nuts. I can't stare at that bundle anymore on that page. It has to be organized. So what do? I make myself actually sit down and organize it. And then I actually plot it out on my planner. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. So you got to have that roadmap of what you're going to do, whether it's for the month or the week, however you're looking at it. Right now, we're looking at it on a monthly basis. So you can look down if you need to do a brain dump. What are things that went well? What are things that didn't go so well? What is maybe something that you have a goal for next month? Whether that's a promotion, whether that's to make a certain amount in PRV, whether or not that's to sponsor 2 more team members, whatever it looks like, or however many it looks like. Have as many goals as you choose. I usually try and narrow mine down to 3 personal goals every month, just because, again, so if I keep my list smaller, it just works for me. You may do better making a longer list. And then I get satisfaction if I get to highlight them and be like, done. Okay, it makes me feel really good. So looking back at what you can do better. And then, and I know it sounds maybe weird to some, but you're at the end of the month, right? Tomorrow's the last day of the month. So what am I going to be doing tomorrow? Not only am I going to still be cheering those people on who were so close to promotions, right? Or they're so close to being paid a title. I'm going to work with them, right? I've also got my feelers out for any more PRV that I can get in, because I'm not quitting my PRV, right? I don't stop. I'm still going. So I'm still trying to get that PRV in, but at the same time, I'm looking to see, how am I going to start my August? How am I going to start? Where am I going to start? What do I need to do? And I'm going to make that little guideline. I'm going to start getting things ready. So tomorrow's the day for me when I actually start really writing down those 3 goals. How am I going to do them? What am I going to do differently? Because maybe my goal every month is to sponsor at least 2 people, but I like to challenge myself a little. And so every month I write down 3. I want to sponsor 3 people. Maybe I just need to get that out of my head, because I think I usually on average do 2 every month. I'm okay with just doing 2. See, here we go. I'll overanalyze it a little bit more later when I'm trying to sleep. So make those goals for yourself. Write out a plan of action for those goals. So you're going to work with your team. You're going to work on your new goals. Because not only do we have all of that, and those are the things that you want to start doing every single month, but we have a brand new catalog that starts on Saturday. And if that's not excitement enough to get people talking about Scentsy, or maybe even thinking about, even if they just want to put in the order, Jacqui's brain now, every time I've started doing it all this week, every time somebody has messaged me and said, I want to put in an order, my first response is, do you want me to set up a shopping link for you so you can earn rewards? All of them have said yes. That was 4 people. All of them said yes. Now, does that mean all 4 are going to turn out to be a party? I don't know. Might not. But that's fine. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It can't. But I'm trying to train myself to do that, to push that person and say, hey, if you talk to like 2 or 3 of your friends, you all put your orders together, use your shopping link, here it is. You can email it to them, text it to them, whatever. If they order through your link, you get the rewards. How cool is that, right? And then as you're talking to them, working that out, if it sounds like, if whatever opportunity comes up, hey, you got to 200, you could join, right? That's when you can have a joint conversation. So if you need to work on that aspect better, because I know every single month that having parties is always in some shape or form in my top 3 goals, because the more parties you have, obviously the more potential you have for earning that PRV. So I want to try and convert those. So again, I'm trying to stack my habits, and I'm just really trying to be good in always asking that question. So if I always ask that question, then at least I'm opening the door for the opportunity to have a party. Do you see where that's going? So that will help me to work my August. And that's how I can look at different things, right? I can look at ways that I can just do a little bit better than I'm doing this month. What can I do a little bit better? So look at it that way. And also with the new catalog, a really easy way to do it, if you haven't gotten your catalogs in or anything, I just got mine. So my Happy Mail went out with product lists yesterday, or today. It was supposed to be yesterday. It was today. And I usually save my actual catalogs and mail those out for more of my VIP customers, right? Like I use my bubble mailers. We know where those come from, right? 2 places. You can, I don't even know if Target has these, but everything that Jackie gets is either Target or Amazon. So it's just a bubble mailer, 6x9 size. And that's usually when I'll put in a catalog, put in a couple samples, and then confetti, shredded paper, stickers that drive my husband insane. And I need to make up samples for the Scentsy Fresh because I got those in, right? And so those usually will go out to more of like my VIPs. So I'm not spending as much money. I am using Pirate Ship. I'm not spending as much money though getting those out the door. Everybody else, oh, I didn't save one. If you saw my Instagram, then you probably saw them because I posted a picture. I don't think I did on my Facebook. I don't know if I did. If I did, I don't remember it. But I just use the clear envelopes and I folded up. I use the 5x7 size, Amazon 5x7 packet sheet, CHIC. They have lots of bags on there anyway, but these are just clear 4x6 bags. So I folded up a product list. I put on a sticker with my QR code, and I put a monthly special flyer and a felt sample and confetti, and then put stickers all over, and it was 1 stamp. So easy to do. I got like 40 of them out today. So it all went out. So they may not have gotten a copy of the catalog, but they've gotten a copy of the product list, which is the catalog, just with not as many fancy pictures. But remember too, you don't even have to do that. If you really want to get to more people or you really want to save more money, then by all means, go to your own website and click on Browse Our Catalog. Did you know that you can just send that link? Here, I'll show you real quick, and then I will give you guys back your evening because I'm sure Justin's like, oh, what the are you doing? Let's do that real quick. Share. Okay, get out of my way. Go over here. I'm just pulling up my own personal website. And then I use Bitly, B-I-T-L-Y. It's an app, and there's also a desktop version. I guess I could pull that up while I'm waiting for this too. Okay, right there. Where's my Bitly? I thought I had a link or a quick access. Come on now. Bitly is, like I said, it's an app that you can put on your phone, or you can use it from the desktop. It works in real time too. So if you're on your phone and working in the app, everything will be on. If you go and then sit down at the computer, it'll be on the desktop too. So you're on your website, right? This will have your picture and your name, right? Okay, if you, now unless they move it somewhere else, but for now, if you, or you can tell your customer to just, hey, scroll down to the bottom of my page and click on View Our Catalog. When they click on that, it actually opens up a clickable PDF. Did you know that? Did you know? I personally, because I am who I am, think this is the coolest thing on the freaking planet. Because before I would have to like download the whole PDF of the catalog, and that was before I even had my iPad, right? I have to download the whole PDF of the catalog, and then have you ever tried to text a PDF as big as that? No, it doesn't work. But then I'd have to like look everywhere for it, whatever, send it as an attachment, whole 9 yards. It was a huge drag, drove me insane. If I just copy and paste this, so I'm just gonna copy, okay, right? Because this is it. They can literally use their little arrows, and they can do this on mobile too. It's very mobile friendly. And well, that's just the first pages. It will shoot them directly to those pages. But let me get to an actual page with product. Okay, they come over here and they're like, oh my gosh, I've seen that Marrakesh warmer. It's amazing. It is amazing. It's still one of my favorite ones, right? Okay, so look, more info. Oh, wow. I really do like that. Oh, okay. It's $50. Got it. Okay, cool. Yep, I've seen the pictures. I really want it. I'm going to buy that. Click. Look, they're automatically taking to my website to add it to the bag. Easy. I didn't mail this. I didn't email a picture. I didn't do a social media post. I didn't do anything but send them a link. And then, you know, if you've got parties open, you want it on a certain party, you can, again, just say, hey, by the way, add it to the party that has your name if you've given them their own unique shopping link, or, you know, whatever. Add it to the one that says July parties or July orders, however you do your parties, right? And then if you want it in a certain party, just tell them to do that. But otherwise, yeah, add it to the bag. Look, added it to my bag. Look, I'm just a customer right now. Check out. And then boom, they can either log in, put in all their info. How easy was that? That was so easy, right? And didn't have to do any kind of digital posting or social media. Now, if you use Bitly and maybe you want to put this link on Facebook, and I say Facebook especially because we all know how Facebook has its own little funny algorithms. And I can't remember if any of you guys personally have had this, but I know a lot of consultants have, is that when they put their website on there, and it's probably been like the 20th time that they've put their website on their personal Facebook, Facebook thinks that somebody's trying to spam other people, and it looks at it as spam, and it says, hey, this is a personal account. It shouldn't be spamming. You shouldn't be trying to sell stuff on a personal account, so I'm going to flag this post. And then they're going to either make your link unclickable, or some people go to Facebook jail for it. I don't know. I think you only stay in there like 3 days and then let you out, like Monopoly. But if you want to change the link and make it not only shorter, but easier and trackable, then you can use this great little, it is an app, but also on the computer, this great little program called Bitly, B-I-T-L-Y, okay? Remember, I copied and pasted, or I copied the link of the page that had my view our catalog now, right? Is that what I said? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to come in here. Again, you can do this on your phone too, because I do it for my phone a lot. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to hit the word create, and it is going to, let me move this out of the way. It is going to, oh, paste long URL. Okay, paste. There's the big one. Okay. It's going to open up this new window. Now I can add a title to this, because if you do multiple Bitlys, like you'll see, I'll show you mine. You can probably see some of them there, right? I make up a Bitly link for a lot of different things, like a Bitly link to my Pinterest page. If we're running a special, if I'm doing a pre-order and I've created a Google Doc with a pre-order thing in it or whatever, I will copy and paste that Google Doc link into here. And then I can add the title. So this is going to be 2020 catalog, because it is, right? Now, this is where it's really fun. You can customize the back half of your Bitly link, because maybe you want it to be you, right? And I'm just going to say shop Jacqui. Now, you may have to get a little bit unique because Pam, especially you probably, and Mike maybe too. There might be a lot of other Mikes like Shop Pam or Shop Mike, right? Or something like that. You guys may have to put maybe first initial of last name or something. I don't know. Or whatever you want to do, right? You can name it whatever. Just something that will look cute is how I look at it, right? And then I just click save. Link has been edited. I'm just going to close out of that so you can see what has happened now. So now it's here on my list. I told you, I got a lot of bit.lys. Don't judge me on my number of bit.lys. Okay, so some of these have good names, right? Join the club, the Scentsy Club, right? That bit.ly link takes them directly to my Scentsy Club. So if I ever want to send somebody a link real quick, and maybe I'm on Facebook and I'm like, ooh, I want to shorten that link, or I can't remember it actually what it is, I can just open up my bit.ly on my phone, copy and paste directly from my phone. So that's why you want to name them something you'll remember. You'll see here. I don't remember what that is. The only way I can remember it is because I actually gave it a unique name, J. Duran Frosty Glow. So that was obviously the Frosty Glow warmer that I was pimping that day. So that's my link. And then right there, that 20, that tells you how many people have actually clicked this specific link. That's what I mean by tracking. So I know Kimber's going to be all over this. So if you are like on your Instagram, you have a link in my bio, right? And you want to do a, you're talking all about the brand new Bless This Home warmer, right? You want to make a bit.ly for it. Now you want to see, did people really click that? How many people actually went to that? Did you do a newsletter? Did you put it in the newsletter? Did you make a post? How many people clicked it, right? This will tell you. So if I click on that, it'll tell me I had 20 people uniquely click that. And you really want to be geeky like Jacqui about it? Look, I can see exactly where they found me too. Look, 3 of them were from Instagram. 7 of them were off of Facebook. Obviously, this link I only posted on Facebook and Instagram, but that tells me, look, that got more engagement on Instagram than it did on Facebook. This is just another reason why I like Instagram more than Facebook. But besides the point, you can really see, and if you start to create these and really get into this, like I'm sure Kimber's like drooling over there, you can really get into this and really like quantify it out and be like, which posts get clicked more often? Is it a post of me holding the scent? Is it a post of the warmer and I've got it looking all cute? Is it a quick video or a boomerang of me changing my wax? Whatever, right? What's getting the most clicks? You can look and see. And then you can focus your marketing. Like I said, the majority of my marketing goes to Instagram because that's where the majority of my marketing comes from. And my sales come from our Instagram. I get more people looking at my stuff through Instagram. And so that's how I do it, is on there. So like I said, you can do this and get as detailed as you want, or you can just use it as a one-time thing, whatever. So when you're on your phone, I'll tell you too, this is the one, oops, sorry, I zoomed in. Didn't mean to zoom. This is now my link, right, that I just created every time. So I can copy, I can share this link. Apparently only on Twitter. I don't know why it's doing that. Usually on the app, when you click or tap share on the app, it'll give you more options. But you can share it, you can copy it, you can edit it again. Maybe I don't want to call it Shop Jacqui. I can name it something else, right? But I can copy that link now. And then I can go over to Facebook and post the link. Here, let's go over there. Let me go to my page and I will post it. Why does Facebook have to be so complicated? Oh my goodness. Are you guys on this new version? I don't like it at all. So this is my business page on Instagram. I don't know why it says that I'm writing to myself, but whatever. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. So all I did was just paste the link. You'll see there, it created a link, right? I'm just going to say shop the new catalog on Saturday. Saturday. You can add hashtags, you can do the whole 9 yards you want, right? Okay, post. So now, what has Jacqui done? She has, dun, dun, dun. She has now linked her catalog, the entire digital catalog of the new 2020 catalog that I got from a workstation. That's how I initially got it, right? Or on my website. Oh, yes, this isn't the new catalog yet. Shoot. Anyway, on Saturday, hopefully they'll see this post. I can go back and edit it. They'll see this post on Saturday, and they'll click there, and it'll take them to the brand new catalog. Right now, it's only going to take them to the new, or the spring and summer one. But you get my point, right? Now I've put my catalog out there. Anybody on my business page or anybody that I've shared this link with can do it. And then if I really want to be crafty, I can go over to Bitly and I can say, look, how many people actually clicked on it when I put it on Facebook there? Okay, let me try it on Twitter. Let me try it on Pinterest. Let me try it on Instagram and see if I get more that way. So that was a whole long spiel for nothing. I'm so sorry. Billy and Trello. I really think I want to try Trello out. Oh, I've been so reluctant to try Trello, but it may actually do me some good. So anyway, I'll get back to my thing and let you guys get back to your lives, because I know Justin's probably out there cussing me out. It's going to be an amazing end of month, simply because it's the last of the catalog. So reminding your customers that this is the last chance. Kimber had a really great idea today, and I haven't looked in the groups yet. I'm not sure if she shared it, but she actually updated her Amy templates and started doing some follow-ups with customers, letting them know, hey, this catalog's about to go away. So you only got till Friday. Friday's your last day, right? And she got like $90 in orders. Awesome. By doing some Amy follow-up, reminding them that this catalog was going out. By all means. What's your question, Miss Pam? So that's a really good way to do it. Put that back for you. Do I do a content calendar? I have in the past. Honestly, I haven't personally done one in a while. But I kind of give myself, or I guess I kind of use the same ones that I've always used, really. I just kind of have a theme to every day. So that's sometimes where I will get my content ideas. So, Wednesday is Change Your Wax Wednesday. So like that's a thing. Fridays, I think Friday was join day. I don't remember. Somewhere along those, though. I kind of had a theme for every day for my content. But now really I've kind of gotten away more from the content calendar, and I just kind of do. It's so hard right now too, because we've had all like these LTOs coming out, and we've got the new catalog, and it's like, what do I focus my people on, right? Hopefully as we get into the fall season, it will be better. But I will look for one, because I know that there are a lot of people who use them. And there's a couple of people in the Scentsy director community that make up like a content calendar every single month. And I'll see if they've made one up yet for August. And I will certainly share it in the team page so you guys can see it if that does help you. Like I said, I just kind of ride by the seat of my pants, living on the edge over here. That's what I do. And that can kind of help too, especially as we go into, actually, that's a really good idea, Pam, because if you think about it, you could, because we do have more products and we do have obviously new scents, right? You could even do content, like if you're looking for content for social media, like you could do, like on Mondays, I'm going to focus on the go products, because everybody's racing out the door on Mondays, right? So Scentsy Goes, mini fan diffusers, the fragrance flowers, right? Things on the go, right? And then Tuesday can maybe be, you know, oh, I'm going to focus on the body care line because who doesn't need a break after a Monday, right? And you can like put stuff out about cozy cardigan that's coming back. It's going to be in the Scentsy soaps, and it's honestly going to be one of the first things I buy. You know, and then another day could be, you know, hey, I'm going to focus on Disney stuff, right? So you could set that up for the whole month, right? We've got lots of Disney products, not only that are in the catalog, but, you know, our LTOs and everything else going on, right? So you could do a whole, you know, I want to focus on Disney Day. And then Thursday could be, let's focus on scents, right? So pick out, you know, oh, this week I'm going to focus on the bakery scents. So you could kind of go along with that, right? Every day, pick a new thing from the new catalog. Boom. You kind of make up your own too. But there are some out there, and I'll look for those and I'll share what I can find. But that's a great idea starting off the month. See, another plan, put that plan into motion. Boom, tiny hands. Yeah, there we go. Kimber, you're gonna love those tiny hands. You're gonna want to order those. It's hilarious. Charlie will love it. Love the tiny hands. I still need to order my set as well. I am gonna actually order a set. But that's a really good idea for the content calendar too, if that helps you to kind of get an idea of something to do. And I'm sure as we get more into the new catalog, we'll see a lot of people with lots of fun ideas. Those things are creepy. We did a poll on those at Scentsy Family Reunion. He's creeped out. Why? They're right on my shoulder. They're like my little angels. They're my little angels on my shoulder. No, actually, if only I was taller, then they'd really be like on my shoulder. Now they're just on my head. But anyway. All right, so there we go. We're ending the month. We're gonna rally tomorrow, and then we're gonna begin a new month on Saturday. So you're gonna kind of close out the month with looking at your team, where they need to be, and then you're going to focus. And that's also gonna be focusing not only your business, because I'm gonna tell you, like I do in my own personal business, the first 2 weeks of the month, I focus on my personal business. Where's my money coming from? I need my PRV to be in order, right? Chloe Cox says it all the time. It's kind of like your house needs to be in order before you go over to somebody else's house, right? Get your house in order. Where you're set up those parties, set up, if you want to start scheduling out posts on Facebook, right? Set your stuff up, get your stuff going, get things in motion. And then you can really drill into your team and focus on your team members. Okay, so at the end of the month, this is where you were, and you haven't sponsored anybody yet. So this month, let's talk about sponsoring, right? And for those of you who are doing it more full-time, then by all means, if you can kind of multitask and do working with your team and working on your own house per se at the same time all month long, then that works too, right? It's whatever works for you and whatever really helps the most. But right now that's helping me the most, is to kind of, because I am personally trying to build my PRV up to 2,000. And then of course I'm still building my team, right? And I'm still sponsoring, and I'm still trying to do all the things. So none of that has ever stopped for me, nor will it ever stop for me. I don't care. Even when I become a superstar director, right? It's not going to stop. It's going to be the same stuff. It'll just probably be new stuff by then. Hopefully really great, amazing ideas. So that's what we do, right? We ride the train, and then we ride the same train, and we just repeat, repeat, repeat. Fix what needs to be fixed, change what needs to be changed, go from there. And we grow up and up and up. All right, tiny hands, we're done for the evening. I love you all. Have a great end of month if I do not talk to you before. And get ready, because we are in for a ride. This is gonna be an amazing catalog. I'm so excited. And we're all going to Walt Disney World. All right, bye.